And welcome in, everyone. As you haven't missed much so far, we're in the first inning, no score. At the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on the mound, young starting pitcher, you want to get him into the stretch as quick as possible. You want to see how he handles the moment, see if maybe you can run on him. A lot of things going to open up with this next at bat.
LeMahieu with a great stop. One there, just late. He's safe. On to first, not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call. And the next up will be Alex Verdugo, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Line towards center field. Hicks is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's got hits in each of the last 5 ball games. Now the 2-1. Line drive to left. Stanton will get there, and he puts it away to retire. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. At least the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Batting 10, the designated hitter, Wes Frazier.
This one's down to third. Devers fields it cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting third, the second baseman.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. The 2-1. Now he's able to get a glove on that one. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. So the Yanks go 1. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Matt, I am hearing that heavier rain is expected to pass through the ballpark at some point later in the game. The umpiring crew would, of course, like to get this one in uninterrupted, but it is possible that we could be looking at some sort of a delay if they determine the weather is impacting the play on the field.
All right, Heidi, thanks. We'll hope for the best, of course, but guys, you have to assume these players are probably going to be impacted by this weather at least a little.
Yeah, Matty, 100% it's going to be bothersome. They're going to have to watch their spikes. They're going to have to maybe gather themselves to get that extra grip on the baseball. But from a position player standpoint, you just can't lose focus. Starting pitchers are the ones that are going to have the most problems with it.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. Hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 8 games. Nah, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. LeMahieu for 1. On to Voit, an inning-ending double play. Settling in now, Luke Voit. Lifetime in this matchup. He's 1 for 2. 1-1. Is a fastball well off the plate, but offered at for a strike. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Ball.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 1-2. Three go the Bombers. We'll move to now the pitch. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. A dive, but it's off his glove. Throw into second. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Row, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder cup.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch.
Stopped on the slide by LeMahieu. There's one on to first, and they turn the double play.
The batter, number 50.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Line towards center field, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
The right fielder, number 99, Alex Verdugo.
To the plate now, Alex Verdugo. Line drive to left. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit, and this will reach the wall out around the 318 sign. Throw won't get him.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here, looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
In now, Xander Bogaerts takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 3-0 game.
And from the list of stats you never want to hear if you're a pitcher, we have this. It's only the 3rd inning, and he's already allowed more hits than he did in his entire last outing.
Stepping in now, Rafael Devers. Here's a bouncing ball headed to LeMahieu at second. Throw on to Voit takes care of him. Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the
For the Red Sox, number 78, Trevor Hildenberg.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Drives it out to deep right center field. Chasing after it is Bradley. He's through first and hustling for second. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
The catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
Standing in now, Kyle Higashioka. 1-2 to the Yankees catcher. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out. Stepping in, Aaron Hicks. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of the inning. He was definitely pitching for it with a runner on third and 1 out, and he got it. Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
2 balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
That's a close pitch right there, but I think he's just nibbling a little bit too much. Out of the pen sometimes, you just have to come in and go right after guys.
Down the first baseline. Torres at third with 2 away. Hard hit ball to second. Pedroia fields it cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1 left for the Yankees. All set for the start of the inning, and into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. The 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out. Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time, he's given up 8 hits, so it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
And now it'll rattle up against the wall. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
At the plate now, Josh Bell. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. So it's second and third with 1 gone now. And from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a knock.
At the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Well, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Giro. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base hit, run batted in.
Yeah, and as the batter right there, you're taking off your batting gloves, giving dabs to the first base coach. Glad that found the hole right there. Ribeye steak, chalk one up.
Jay Happ answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. On to first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Ready to
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a
set and the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Hit back up the middle. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Nice execution right there. The ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Into the box, DJ LeMahieu. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Luke Voigt. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
He's set, and the payoff pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. The Yanks leave 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that brings up the outfielder Alex Verdugo. Hard liner to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit, so it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox half of the inning. So a ringing single here to center field makes it 2 hits for him on the night. And as you take a look at the graphic, you can see he's currently 3rd on the Red Sox in that department. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Oh, he's in there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rafael Devers. No hits to this point. Sent out to straightaway center field. Hicks is under it. 2 gone. So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up the dangerous bat of J.D. Martinez. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Boy, this guy is off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Dan, some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. In with it is Stanton, and that's going to hold that runner at third base.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken.
And he'll make the catch. Oh, check that! He didn't look it into his glove, and the ball drops in. Throw into third will not be in time, and it's a 2-run double.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
This is lifted into the air out towards center field. In there, a base hit. The run scores from second, make it 9-0.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Rose.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
Zach Britton gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. To plate now, Jackie Bradley Jr. lifted the other way out to left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and digging in is the outfielder, Aaron Judge.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. The 1-1 home. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Hit down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And now pitch on the way. A bouncer to the left side. And there's out number 2. Coming.
The catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
Josh Taylor is on his way to the mound, and this is a rather curious move to bring.
Number 72, Josh Taylor.
Ready with the 1-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So the Yanks go. So stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 1-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit. So he continues to hit the ball well, his second hit of the ball game, and he's aboard on the leadoff single as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Swinging a ball line hard towards short. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
You know, D-Row, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's going to buy him? He's going to buy him dinner on the road at some point, because that's some significant hustle right there. It was a nice play. The internal clock of the defender thought he still had a chance at second. Wasn't meant to be.
Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's a 10-0 score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Into the box now, Rafael Devers. Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. Bounce to first, reined in, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Now to the plate, J.D. Martinez. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a potential base open right there. Maybe sit off speed.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Notch one in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
Stepping in now, Bobby Dahlbeck. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and the run is in to score from third.
Boy, not much you can do with that one from a pitching standpoint. He makes a pretty good pitch, and somehow, some way, this guy's able to muscle one in for a base hit.
Yeah, and you know what? Good job by the hitter right there, not trying to do too much. I know he got jam sandwiched right there, but he was able to find some green grass and give himself a chance.
And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
In now, Christian Vasquez. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. No chance to make a play. Let's see if he's okay out there. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game, and from all indications it looks like he's going to try to continue. Standing in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. Hard hit ball to short, and that's through into left, a base hit. In to score, the runner from third. Now a good throw comes into the infield, so that'll force the second runner to hold on over at third base.
Second baseman, Justin Pedroia.
Now at the plate, Dustin Pedroia. This, of course, his second appearance in the inning as they've now batted around. On a line, that's a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Well, they are putting in some work at the plate in this one, Matt. Another great AB, another hit, another nail in the coffin. That's a startling 15 runs in this one, and they're still going.
Into the box, Alex Verdugo. Drilled right back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate, and they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up and they remain loaded here with still only one gone.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
At the plate, Xander Bogaerts. This is foul right side. Here now the 2-2. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on the runner at third, so the bases will remain loaded here with still only one away.
Man, this thing's blown open right here as they've exploded for 8 runs in this inning alone. Everyone knows that offense is contagious. That much is pretty obvious in this one.
Adam Ottavino gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. So now to the plate, Rafael Devers. Swung on and chopped down the line at first. This is on the ground over to first. Torres at the bag. On to Voit, an inning-ending double play. Big inning for him, though, as they bat around and score 8 times to open up this lead even further. Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. He's set to start it out for the Yanks here in the 6th. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
Into the box now, Clint Frazier. 1-2 now.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts. 7th inning ready to roll, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, J.D. Martinez. The 1-1. Sliced hard on the ground. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. Next up for the Red Sox, Bobby Dahlbeck. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. LeMahieu's got it. To second for one. On to first, and would you believe it? The 5th double play they've hit into so far. Wow. 2 gone. So digging in now, Josh Bell. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Josh Bell, number 13 for him on the year, as the blowout continues.
And he was totally dialed in for the first 2 hitters, seducing a couple of easy grounders. Then he catches way too much of the plate on the 3rd guy, and it winds up in the seats. Sometimes you can fall in the trap of not focusing all the way through the end of an inning when you're rolling out there on the mound. That might have happened here.
At the plate now, Christian Vasquez toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. To the plate now, Jackie Bradley Jr. Smoke toward the hole, and a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here, as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Striding in once again, Dustin Pedroia, and their runners at the corners now. Pedroia waiting on the 2-1. Hit to third. Scooped up, throw over to LeMahieu at second, and that'll do it. Reds.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move in.
Now pitching for the Red Sox, number 79, Robert.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And this is knocked down over there. Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out.
Now batting.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Luke Voigt. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-1 pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. Going to strike that victim twice in this one. Fouled off. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Popped him up. Bell over to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Ready to begin the 8th, and next it'll be the outfielder, Alex Verdugo. The 2-1. Whoa, right back at him, and it hit him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Stepping in now, Xander Bogaerts. Back up the middle. And another base hit as this is through into center, and they're in business now to start the 8th.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman,
Chad Green comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. In now, Rafael Devers. Drilled to the left side. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. And now he has some trouble with it in left. And a relay to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, if anybody was wondering why they're losing, there's the reason. When you're given a chance to make a big play, you've got to make it, or you're going to be on the wrong end of games more often than not.
Standing in now, J.D. Martinez. A bouncer up the middle. Throw will get him at first for out number 1, but on the play, another run will come in to score. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Bobby Dahlbeck, working on a good line in this ball game, 3 for 5 thus far. To third. He's right there. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Riding into the box, Josh Bell is coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. Hit sharply on the ground to the left, and that is through into left field, a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. At the plate, Christian Vasquez. On a line, that's a base hit into left field.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Into the box now, Jackie Bradley Jr. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Oh, and he can't come up with it. He's in at second safely, as a run will score on the play as well.
And those are plays that cost you ball games. You're already losing, and then you make an error like that to compound things. That's how things snowball on you, and you start to feel like you can't do anything right.
Aroldis Chapman comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. To the plate now, Dustin Pedroia. Skied into straightaway right. Judge is under it, and that ends the inning. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Aaron Judge.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
The 1-2. Fouled away. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning, instead of foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Grounder down the line at third. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Stepping into the box, Gleyber Torres. He was a ground out victim last time up. The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Verdugo waits on it. 2 down. Stepping into the box. Kyle Higashioka. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. 1-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Chasing after it is Bradley, but the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And the inning is over. 1-2. All set to start the 9th in this one, and that brings up the outfielder Alex Verdugo. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Line toward the alley in left center, and that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one.
Boy, that's something you see often in batting practice. Guys using the whole field there, D-Row. I like to see that. A lefty that's just not always pull happy.
100%, Dan. That pitchers have gotten so much nastier in today's game that if you're not willing to play with the entire field, you're going to struggle.
And there's one down now. Rafael Devers the next to bat. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year as they just continue to pour it on here.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
So now to the plate, J.D. Martinez. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Now in the box, Bobby Dahlbeck. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. To short, hit hard. Torres brings it in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error. Standing in, Aaron Hicks. Starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats.
Oliver Perez, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. The 1-2. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Perez is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Bradley is there. 1 down. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Gio Urshela. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Into the box, Clint Frazier. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Last chance for the Yankees.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
24-0 the final tonight. The Bo Sox led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Trevor Hildenberger earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Davy Garcia couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Time of the ball.